Emmerdale's Amelia Spencer hasn't had a storyline on the ITV soap for some time, but it seems she could take center stage in a brand new plot focusing on the exit of troublemaker, Chloe Harris. Amelia, played by Daisy Campbell, has always been quite shy and timid on Emmerdale, but she turned to the church as a way of helping her find herself. The youngster doesn't have many friends in the village, but in recent scenes on the ITV soap, she was seen getting along with Noah Dingle, Jack Downham. However, when the teenager gets implicated with his girlfriend Chloe, Jessie Elland, in upcoming scenes, it seems her days of feeling isolated are far from over. Pushed to the brink and fed up with being walked all over by the other children in the Dales, Amelia could snap and her actions could result in death. The drama kicks off in next week's trips to the Dales as Mandy Dingle, Lisa Riley, turns out to be Amelia's fairy godmother. With the youngster needing help with her makeup before prom, the Dingle matriarch steps up to the job, but the teenager isn't too keen on what she sees. Keeping her horrified reaction under wraps, she ends up pleading with Samson Dingle, Sam Hall, to help fix it as he has got himself a job at the beauty salon. Although she is a lot happier with the look, not everyone in the village feels the same way as Chloe decides to comment on her appearance. Noah's girlfriend makes a few sly digs, and this leaves the youngster extremely hurt as she feels she is being taunted over everything she does. Unfortunately for Chloe, she could feel the full brunt of Amelia's frustrations as the youngster spirals down a dark hole. With her emotions all over the place following the nasty comments, the teenager could go crying around the village as she tries desperately to compose herself. Seeing Chloe again, Amelia could see red, and she could decide the best course of action is to confront the troublemaker. As one thing leads to another and Chloe fails to apologize for what she said, Dan Spencer's, Liam Fox, daughter could begin to push her. Goading her neighbor with more digs about her makeup, Amelia could push one last time, but the troublemaker could end up dripping over. Falling backwards, Chloe could hit her head, and unfortunately, she could hit hard enough to be killed instantly by the impact. Amelia could think Noah's girlfriend is messing around, but as she sees the blood, she would know what has happened to her enemy. As she is devoted to the church, the youngster would be faced with a huge dilemma over whether she tells the truth or keep the secret for the rest of her life. Grappling with what to do, Noah could see her next to his girlfriend's body, and as he checks to see if she is still alive, he could pronounce her dead. With Amelia being at the scene of the crime, he would instantly blame her for what's happened, not realizing it was an accident. However, Amelia could spin the tale. She arrived just seconds before Noah and was about to check the body when he came around the corner. With her secret harbored, viewers could see her grapple with whether she confesses her sins as she begins to become a recluse. A very similar storyline aired back in 2015 when Belle Dingle, Eden Taylor Draper, killed her best friend Gemma Andrews, Tendai Inamoto. They fell out over a boy, and as their confrontation turned physical, Belle pushed her friend, who ended up hitting her head. For the young Dingle woman, she ended up going to prison for a short period after being found guilty of the charge of manslaughter. Amelia could seek out advice from Belle as to her experience over Gemma's death and whether she found it was a relief to face the consequences of her actions. Knowing the right thing to do would be to hand herself in to the police, the teenager could tell them how she played a part in Chloe's death. This could result in a double exit as both Chloe and Amelia leave the village under very different circumstances. For Chloe, it would be a devastating end to her stint on the show, as she only arrived in the Dales last August as the sister of the girl who donated her heart to Sarah Sugden, k.il.ls. For her possible killer, it would be an end to over a decade of her living in the village with her father Liam, and the village could be left reeling from the tragic events. The murder mystery could go on for several months as the villagers desperately try to figure out who was behind Chloe's deadly exit. During the show's 50th anniversary celebrations in October, secrets and lies could be exposed as executive producer Jane Hudson has teased some of the finer details. Speaking with Express.co.uk and other media, she said, "We're going to be having a golden month of celebration to mark our 50th. There are going to be mind-blowing stunts, more heartbreaks, Secrets and lies are revealed. It's going to be the gift that keeps on giving and the party no one wants to end. Our 2022 is very much going to be building our stories for the 50th golden month of celebrations. We need to make this the biggest year we've ever had, she continued. But will Amelia's deadly secret be part of this?